Hey people, I'm going to review another kind of small batch hard beer to get from Deciduous, but I really like Deciduous, and their stuff trickles out. Sometimes cans get outside the brewery. I got this can at this Redstone Liquors 10th anniversary event. It was in Stoneham, Massachusetts, where Deciduous brought like a whole bunch of cans there for purchase, which was pretty awesome. Thanks Deciduous and Redstone. So the deal with the Sunday beer is that this is like a series of hoppy ales with milk sugar. That's all it says on the can. But I looked this one up. So it uses citra hops. I assume it's dry hopped. And they use raspberries, peaches, and mangoes in this one. Some of the other Sundays have used like blueberry or some other mixture of fruit. I didn't have any of the other ones, but this one's actually getting the best ratings. I did try it and thought it was really good. I was like, why don't I share it with the world? Oh yeah, so Sunday's also a lactose beer, so it's kind of sort of a milkshake IPA. Sometimes it's called an IPA, sometimes it's called a sour beer. It probably does have a little bit of lactobacillus, souring happening in it, but it's kind of in between. I would call it more like a smoothie sort of beer. But let's see what I think of it now. Got a little bit of a dark amber reddish tinge from the raspberry. Otherwise, it looks like a New England style IPA. Not the best head in the world, but it'll do. Doesn't look bad at all. Really nice haze in there. I'm kind of on the edge of murky. I think it's really just the color from the raspberry that's making it look murky. Because if you hold it up to the light, it's pretty nice. And, sort of a peachy nectarine with a tinge of raspberry, sort of red. That's really interesting aroma. Because I find that most milkshake IPAs, I don't like the texture to them, or they're way too sweet. But this one is a really interesting mixture of sort of creamy citro lactobacillus sort of thing going on. Definitely some tart, real fruit going on. And it's not totally tropical because I do get the raspberries in the nose, but it's not like this weird sweet or sour raspberry that's clashing with the hops or anything. It blends in really nicely. And the peach and mango aren't overwhelming. It seems like it's all just really well integrated in there. And it doesn't smell like it's going to be too sweet, nor too tart, nor too bitter. It doesn't have any green, really fresh in your face hop quality. Maybe it's not dry hopped, actually. I don't know. It's not tart exactly, but it does have some acidity. It's hard to tell if it's acidity just from the fruit they added. There's definitely a good amount of fruit in this beer. It's hard for me to tell whether this actually has lactic fermentation. There's lactic acid in this. I don't think there is. Maybe there's a teeny bit, and the way it's mixed with the actual fruit acid is like making it so it's hard to tell. But I like it. The milk sugar makes it so it's not. It kind of softens the teeny bits of bitterness and sourness that are in there. It gives it a pretty nice body. Well, this is one where it takes several sips to really understand the complexity of this beer, because a lot of these beers that I've had that throw so much crap into them are kind of a mess, but this one is really good. I wouldn't say it's a subtle or exactly steady-handed use of all the ingredients. They're definitely all in there and I taste them, but it's not a smack to the palate, I guess I'd say. And really fruity. It really tastes like a smoothie. Really describes it super well. There's no vanilla in it. If it was a little bit more bitter and had some vanilla in it, then I would probably be like, this is. They could advertise this as a milkshake IPA. I guess plenty of places might advertise something like this as a milkshake IPA. I don't know if it's not quite a sour IPA either. These are all these vague new styles. I've never had anything from Hudson Valley Brewery, but they've been doing all these sour IPAs that seem like people actually like, because a lot of sour IPA things that I've had and I've seen the ratings of have been bad, but people are going crazy for Hudson Valley, and I'm not sure if it's anything like this, because I find that the super fruity kind of tart beers, if they're really bitter and really, really in your face hops, fresh green hops, it clashes, but this is just done really well. Yeah, it does have a literally kind of juicy body with a little bit of lactosey sort of vanilla taste in it. I guess their yeast, their ale yeast, their standard ale yeast seems to bring out an especially creamy, almost vanilla-like flavor during fermentation, and maybe somehow because of the hops. Citra often brings out like creamsicle-y flavors for me. I think Citra is probably the perfect hop for this beer, and for many beers, but that is really well done. The head's kind of died down and everything. Otherwise, it's pretty good. The mouthfeel and everything, it's very enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might give this one a 4.25, especially for a one-off that's kind of experimental. They really did this one very well, and you might see this or some future Sunday on tap in the Northeast, and I would definitely give it a try, especially if you like sour IPA, milkshake IPA type stuff. But it's not very bitter. That's also what I would say. I didn't say its strength. It's 6.5%. And I don't really notice that. It's not boozy. There are no weird aftertaste. The lactose isn't creating too much sweetness or some chalkiness. Yeah, it's really pleasant beer. Very fruity. So yeah, 4.25 for Deciduous Sunday 4. Bye.